What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day today. I'm super happy and super disappointed all at the same time, and that'll make sense in a second. First things first, for people that are here for option setups, I didn't have a chance to look at anything today. Um, Basically, this is one of the reasons that I'm super disappointed. The sunburn on my leg and my foot is absolutely ridiculous, to the point that I had to call a doctor last night. I've had a lot of sunburns in my life. I've never called a doctor about a sunburn before, but my foot swelled up like crazy. And so I called the doctor. They prescribed me some hydrocortisone cream to put on it. Um, and tell me, to keep it elevated above my heart as much as possible. So I did that. Um, and I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, wow, amazing. Like, swelling's gone. Everything's good. Sit down and trade this morning. And by the time I was done trading, my foot was really swollen again. Um, and it was like really bad. So I went back to bed, elevated my foot. It hasn't gone down. And with that, it's also just super painful. Um, and so I'm going to just basically try to fly through this stream so I can get back to elevating my foot, because I can't do it when I'm at my computer, obviously. Um, with that said, another reason I'm pretty disappointed is yesterday we covered sell side imbalance and buy side imbalance. And unfortunately, the levels didn't correlate to SPY correctly, because when I show you what I'm about to show you, we can all cry together. It worked out in my favor, but it did not work out in your favor. This is the sell side imbalance we identified yesterday. And if you can see, you turn this off. It was tapped to a motherfucking T, right? And if you just took that short or puts all the way down to the buy side imbalance, you made bank. If you tried to catch calls on this, like if you closed within, like a reasonable, it didn't give us like a massive move basically, but if you just played a little bounce, like it would have worked out a little bit. Nothing to write home about or brag about. But then they sold off further and went lower. I would say this is just another reason for, like one trade a day. There's another reason I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that MDA cannot join us today in the chat so we can talk shit about that motherfucker. Like, if you're going to come in my stream and be a cocky little shit, at least be right. You could have not been more wrong if you tried to. Like, if you knew the results of today, like, beforehand, like you knew the lottery numbers before they were drawn, you couldn't have been more wrong if you tried to. Like, if you knew the result of today and literally came in here claiming the inverse, you still would have been more right than you would have been. And that said, imagine saying these clouds suck. Like we literally rejected right from the daily close cloud from a 4-hour close cloud. We're inside of the monthly close cloud, but we lose this. I mean, there's always a chance they can go up to the top, which is kind of what I'm expecting them to do. But they weren't going over whatever 607, and I'm pretty sure MDA was like over 609 or whatever yesterday. Man, sucks to be you. Pretty sure you're Silo, and suck it. Suck it hard. Actually, you already suck. Just keep sucking. All right. Now that I got that off my chest, I will say we can thank that dude, or you guys can thank that dude. MDA is one of the reasons that I'm live today, because I was in bed and I'm like, I'm in so much pain. I don't know if I can like muster up the energy to wobble my way over to the to my computer to go live. And I was like, dude, I gotta go talk shit about that dude. Like, if I have to chop my leg off to go do it, I gotta go do it. So anyway, thank you, MDA. We're live today because of you, and possibly because I'm just a stubborn ass, and I would have gone live anyway. All right, let's start erasing some stuff. With that said, every day I want to cover the imbalances that I see, and I would recommend just putting them onto your ES chart and looking at both, because that shit just slapped way too hard today. It's like this would be a crime to identify this level and not have it on your chart, right? Like, that is just too good. Anyway, let's do our daily levels. And then what's messed up is MDA probably won't see this video, not because they don't have the ability to see the video, they don't have the ability to comment on the video. But they're probably hugging their sister right now, crying. And I really hope that they trusted their analysis and just like full ported calls, or full ported long, and stuck with that conviction. And yeah. Anyway, no hard feelings or anything. All right, so there's my daily levels. We are going to have a poor high up here at the top. If I were you guys, I would combine November value area high and the poor high. But if you want the exact levels, they're 5 cents apart. Okay. And then down here at the bottom, pretty sure this is going to be single prints, but we will double check to verify. Dude, my leg hurts. This is my karma for wishing ill towards MDA. But like, I'm good on wishing ill will on them. If you're in my channel talking about FVGs, you are in the wrong channel. Yeah, single prints. Like, if you're in my channel talking about FEGs, you're either trolling or you don't watch often enough. We talked about this yesterday. Fair value gaps are a load of bullshit. Not something that you should ever be looking for on your chart. Not something that you should ever be trying to trade based off of. They were invented by a scammer called ICT, and they will lead you to financial ruin. Yeah, we don't talk about that crap here. Okay, 30 minutes imbalance, yes, based on actual imbalances. So what it is, actually, these, if you're talking about this up here and this down here, these were on the 1 hour time frame. But so the issue with, well, because when like people learned about imbalances, it was called an imbalance, right? And then this person named ICT came along after the fact and took a bunch of things that like way better traders, or I mean like way better traders, because ICT is not profitable, but like people that actually make money trading, that are actually professional traders that aren't selling courses, called them imbalances. And then a bunch of other things that they discovered, called them whatever. And then ICT took them and renamed all of them and acted like he was the one that discovered them and figured it out, and made a course up about it. But the worst part is, like, it's bad enough to steal somebody else's work and rename it, but even worse is what he's teaching is wrong. So it doesn't work because people look for fair value gaps. Like, this isn't one, but I'm just saying they'll look for one here, right? Or they'll be looking for one here or whatever. They'll be looking for one up here. And like, these ones wouldn't necessarily be bad. You're looking for imbalances, definitely not in the middle of a trend. You're looking for imbalances that occur at the beginning of a trend, or at the beginning of a trend. So either at the top, trend down, or at the bottom, trend up. And then when you revisit that area is where you would enter the trade in the same direction that the trend originally went in. We're never looking for imbalances in the middle of a trend like ICT teaches, which is why he's not profitable, because he believes in his fair value gaps so much that he'll trade them anywhere on the chart, and he's wrong. So there's all of that. Let's zoom out, I guess. We'll start there. So here you can see this is, I don't have or I do have the monthly top on here. I don't know why it looks different on the daily, but we literally came up and tapped this 1 day close cloud, rejected from there. We still sold off into the second day. MDA, as much as it's going to hurt you, these clouds are goated and you wish you had access to them. And if I didn't mention it, also go fuck yourself. So yeah, you just don't fight these. Like, when it's closed, reject, closed, reject, closed, reject, reject. Here it opened, and then ended up closing. So like, this is one of the cool things with these is like, it's not closed, or it's not open because price is like getting close to breaking through. It's closed based on a lot of information. And even though price is even closer here to going through than it was here, the cloud was confidently closed and we rejected from there before we broke through the top, right? And we had a pretty big sell-off from that area down. Same thing here, closed and we rejected back off of it again. Today, pretty substantial volume, or day volume-wise. Let me turn these off. The only thing I don't like about the clouds is they really kind of clutter your charts. But they're just good to look at, like, on higher time frames and figure out where, like, larger resistances are. There are some people that will put them on, let me see. They'll do, where is it? I know there's a way to do it. Oh, here. So they'll go to like 15 minutes or even like a 30-minute. And I think that's right. And they'll trade based on that information. So like here, closed, rejected, closed, rejected. Oh, I'm on a 1 day. I need to go to a lower time frame. That's only showing the daily and the 4 hour. I don't know. There's a way to do it. I don't know how to do it because I don't use it. So whatever. Anyway, there is a way to do it. I don't know how. But anyway, there's people that will turn them on like the 15-minute and the 30-minute, and they'll have them on and they'll, play off of those levels. But yeah, when it's closed, you just don't mess with it. You can think you can, but it's not going to break through. Again, unless there's some major news event. Anyway, back to more important things. Daily volume's good. Obviously, bearish candle. Got a little bit of bounce at the bottom at the end of the day. Got kind of choppy at the end of the day. More importantly, I think, is tomorrow we have FOMC. Let's see. Whoa, I did not mean to do that, but whatever. Tomorrow, I think, is pretty packed with news, right? Yeah, so an hour before the open, unemployment claims, whatever this is. I'm trying to do math on how long into the open this is. An hour and 45 minutes. This Canadian governor is speaking. And then 1 o'clock Eastern, we have federal fund rate, FOMC, economic projections, FOMC statement. 1:30, we'll have the FOMC press conference. Wait, is that right? 2:30, sorry. Yeah, 2:30, I'm sorry. This will be 2. This will be 2:30. And then close to the, or after the close, we've got some stuff, New Zealand and Australia. And then even overnight, early in the morning, Thursday, we are closed, right, for Juneteenth. So, yeah, anyway, just tons of news. Crazy. Tomorrow's going to be wild. But probably, I would be guessing, what is Little Romeo College commercial? Oh my gosh. Just let it go, Stocks for Rel. Just let it go. Anyway, once again, bearish day, and we're still, at least from what I saw, we opened and we're selling off. This is, here is just like massive imbalance on ES. I wouldn't be looking to get in long until right here. The midpoint. But yeah, we're still trending downwards, at least for now. Let's go look at those imbalances. This takes a second to load. I apologize. I am in pain. Okay. Let's see what we see. All right, so let me pull this up on the screen. I don't like doing this. It's so awkward. Okay. So here's our next major one. So this is, again, we're talking about looking for imbalances at the beginning of a trend and not just randomly in the middle, right? So the next one we have is here on ESU. It's going to be 5969. up to 5971. And let's just look at this one. So this one happened in the middle of a trend. And let's see what price did when it came back to it. It doesn't mean it doesn't work, but you're going to have a way higher fail rate trying to go long here or grab calls here. Same thing with these ones here. It looks like this one initially worked, but you're going to get clapped more often than not taking those in the middle. Looks like this one would have stopped out pretty much the average person, but ultimately did run from there. But yeah, it's like almost 15 points or over 15 points that they went before they bounced from this one here, right? So this we'll definitely be interested in. Again, you want this on your chart. 5969 up to 5971. So I would go to ESU 2025, 5969. I think that's what I said, to 72. I'm going to double check that just to make sure I'm not wrong. If we come back to here, this is, and then we can find it also on the chart. It's, if we scroll, happened right here. So that's our buy side imbalance right there. Okay. Again, I really want to make sure we look at these every day. That way we identify them. Again, they're deadly if you trade these. Obviously, it doesn't always work, but when it does, you could end up having like a, or I should say, you'll have a very high success rate taking these. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Here's a good example, right? So like this one is close to the top of the trend. This one is not. And when we came back to it, we sliced through that, went to the one at the top of the trend, had a little bit of drawdown, not very much, and then they rejected and just massive sell-off, right? This one is in the middle. It still worked, right? This here you could see was a buy-side imbalance at the top, and we just murdered that, right? If you tried to go long here, you got it wrecked. So again, we're looking for them where they occur at the beginning of a trend or, well, at the beginning of a trend. If the trend is down, then we want it to happen at the top. If the trend is up, we want it to happen at the bottom, right? Let me turn this off. All right. So anyway, I don't know how to translate this. Like when I switch back to ES1, the levels will translate over to SPY. But for right now, I'm going to be charting ESU. And to some people, that might not make sense. But if I put it on ES1, it's not going to be the correct level, at least for like a week. So for now, I would just say put it on your ES chart and just watch as price is approaching there, because you can buy calls, you know, based on ES's levels, right? So when we come to this buy side imbalance, just slap call and play it up. Okay. For tomorrow, gosh, right now, oh, my leg. I don't even like to make predictions for tomorrow because FOMC is going to send us like flying in one direction or another. Um, Depending on how aggressive the move is, I'll be watching for puts here. I'll be watching for puts here. I need to delete this. Definitely watch for puts here. If we get a massive sell-off, definitely be watching for puts here. And this is doable overnight, so we could be close to this range. FOMC happens, and boom. Or even better, they give us this level before FOMC. We get filled, and then we play it up. Ow. Actually, we can probably figure out, where is this? The 3rd of June. It looks like it happened in the overnight session. Yeah. It's right around here somewhere. So watch that. I mean, if you want the exact level, I would, again, just watch the ES chart, but that's going to be close enough. And actually, it's where I was going to target for calls anyway. So, right now, we've broken past. So basically, I would have been interested in calls if we were above this. But right now we're below it. If for some reason we break above, I'll just put this in there just in case. But now that we're below, I want them to clean up this poor low, come to here, and rocket ship. Okay. This would be our ideal entry for calls. All right. I'm going to screenshot this, put it in Keenan's. If anybody has any questions, now would be the time. If not, cool, because I'm going to go die. Like the pain is real. There's a question. Somebody tagged me, I think, in class questions. Never mind. It's an at everyone. All right, let me just look at chat really quick. And then I'm going to call it here. Ooh, they just sold off quite a bit, huh? Yeah, got a quick move down. Sorry, chat. Awesome little mind. Hopefully, yeah. I think it was a good class. Oh, that's awesome, Robert. Thank you. That's sick. Thank you, Sabrina. Alrighty. Looks like we've covered everything. Spawn, like or sorry, I'm not going to say your name right. I apologize. Ridge Runner, I'll say. Dude, I've had tons of sunburns. Nothing that's caused swelling before. And I think the swelling is more painful than the sunburn itself, or the swelling is making the sunburn like really intense, if that makes sense. Because like when you have a sunburn, you don't want anything touching it, and this is like, I feel like the swelling's putting pressure on it and just causing more pain, if that makes sense. Alrighty. So, with that said, huge thanks to all the subs. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. If you're new here, I would love a sub. Basically, like 5 days a week, Sunday through Thursday. We go over SPY, look at what we're watching for the next day, identify key areas to enter calls, enter puts. And then generally, like once or twice a week, I'll post option setups that I'm watching. It's been a little bit slow the last couple of weeks due to all the news and massive moves. Really invalidates what I look for when I'm looking for option setups. And then generally, like once or twice a week, or actually, no, 2 or 3 times a week, my mentor will go live, and he'll talk about futures and what he's watching for on futures. And then generally once or twice a month, we do educational videos where we cover classes and what we're watching for, or teaching how we trade. Thank you, I will, Amanda. Anyway, as always, much love, everybody. And just in case I forgot to mention it, MDA, sucks to be you. Couldn't be more wrong if you tried. It's hilarious. I love it. Much love, everybody. Much respect. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.